Now, don't worry, you haven't mistuned. This isn't Gardener's World, but we are going to be getting to nature for the next few moments. You might think autumn is the time to enjoy fruits of the forest, but I'm joined now by Lisa Cutcliffe, who says foraging for food is an all-year-round activity. Lisa, you've been a forager for 20 years, so how on earth do you get started?
I would just start with a couple of species that you can identify easily, like nettles or dandelion, and take it from there.
So really just going out into a field and saying, well, I'll have a bit of that and a bit of that. How do you know what you're picking up is safe?
You have to learn each species. There isn't any rule of thumb that if it's got this, then it's safe to eat, or if it's this, then it'll be poisonous. You have to learn each species. But things like nettles, you learn that as a kid. Like most people know nettles already, and a lot of people know wild garlic. So start with those and then add a new one to your repertoire every month or every year until you feel comfortable.
Where does your passion for this come from?
I found out that porcini mushrooms grow in the UK, and that's when it just kicked off.
Why, are you a particular fan? Or
They are amazing. They are so good. But I assume they came from the continent, so I found out that they grow here, and that was amazing. I went and got books, I taught myself, and I didn't know anyone else who was into foraging for the first 8 years. It was just me and books, very cautious.
Well, you'd better try and convert me then. So what have you got here for me to try?
Spring right now, so we've got lots of greens, but there's also flowers. So there's two things we have here. We've got the wild garlic, and I've got you some pesto there that I've made today.
Well, so these mushrooms. Are these the mushrooms?
Oh, those are from autumn, but they are chanterelle mushrooms, and they're pickled.
Chanterelle mushrooms. Okay, so I'm going to have a go on one of these.
You might have to
pick them
stab
up. There we go.
So
now they're really nice. Now you see, here's the secret. I don't really like mushrooms, and now my wife is watching this, going "What?" and ripping up the cookery book. That's fantastic. So, do I just dig those up? Where do I find those?
Those grow with birch or beech or something like that, or conifers, and they're really abundant in Scotland, in the Lake District.
And obviously, you've got to ask permission before you're digging up. Do you get this from your own garden, or where do you go? How do you make that start in a conversation?
You're not digging anything up if you're taking things that are within the countryside code, so that's your flowers, fungi, foliage and fruits. But digging things up, yes, you must ask landowner permission.
Now, okay, so this one, there's a bit of a flower here. What's the flower?
That's a crabapple blossom. It's perfectly edible.
And you've put that on a bed of wild, or pesto you've made yourself, but with wild garlic?
Wild garlic pesto, and there's hazelnuts in there and some vegan.
I've never eaten a flower before. I don't think I have anyway. Sorry, everyone. Oh, that's really nice. I'm sorry I sound surprised.
You do sound incredulous.
Sorry. Now, how quick do you learn to make these bits and pieces?
There's so much information online these days. I mean, the internet was on dial-up when I started this. You had to sort of work up stuff for yourself. But now there's blogs and videos and tutorials online for every single species. So you've got recipes ready to go should you be brave
I'm just
enough.
going to try these flowers. You keep talking because I'm going to stuff my face here. But when I first heard we were getting a forager in, I was thinking, oh, it's apples and it is berries and things like that. But this is far beyond that, isn't it?
In autumn it would be, but now it's spring, so it's flowers and greens. And that's magnolia. So you see the beautiful pink flowers we've got there. Those have been pickled, and they're amazing with sushi or with cheeses and meats.
I might be a convert. Thank you very much indeed. You're welcome to come in again, Lisa. Thank you very much indeed. Thanks for your time, and good luck digging up the next three-course meal.
Good to see you.
And it was surprisingly tasty. Lisa's welcome to come in again any time. But if you are going out foraging, obviously, we don't want the emails. Be careful what you put in your mouth, won't you? Especially if you're digging it up. Thank you.